Zone Perfect's website claims that if you barely have enough time to read their website, then you're the perfect customer for them. Their nutrition bars are aimed at people who say that they must snack while working in order to get through all the required daily tasks. It's perfectly balanced for that unique brand of go-getter who gets as much from every single day as possible. But how will those who get as little from every single day as possible respond to them? Today, we will put that question to the test as three idiots will enter the zone and ask, "You tried that?" You tried that. Here we are, back in action. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock
Howdy.
and Nick Geiger.
Hello.
Boys, you looking forward to trying some snacks?
Oh, man. You know it.
All the time.
You know it. You fucking know it, bro.
Yes, that'd be great, Novak.
Chad, you on a previous episode had told a famous story about a drunk man you encountered on the street in the face of an upcoming election. You were mentioning that you had a similar experience with another drunkard recently.
Yeah, this was a little bit of a weird experience. I was, again, out walking my dog. This was just a couple days ago.
What time of night is this?
This was at like 5:30.
That's too early to be drunk.
Way too early to be drunk. I saw some guy, and he's taking pictures of this house across the street. This house it's like a really, really big house. Like, it's absolutely huge, and has some historical significance. I don't know what. It's like a very, very old house. Anyway, so he's taking all these pictures of it, and he says to me, he's like, "I got to take some pictures of this house." He's like, "Did you know this house is very historical? I don't actually know what, but it's definitely important, and I wanted to take some pictures to make sure that it's documented on the internet." I was just like, "Oh yeah?" And he's like, "You should definitely look up what it is, though." He's like, you could probably figure it out on the internet." And at this point, I'm like, wait, didn't he just tell me that there was, nothing about this house on the internet? But then he literally pulls out his phone and he's like, "Here's how you would do it." And he holds the phone up to his mouth and he says, "You'd Google it." And he goes, and he starts talking to his phone like, "Hey, what's the significance of this one house at this address? I don't know the address." So then he tells me that he grew up around here, and that's why he wanted to come back and take pictures of the house in the neighborhood. And then this was the part that I thought was like somehow the most ridiculous thing he said, which was that he told me that he was born in 1959, and that meant this year he was 59 years old. And then he did that like hands to the forehead, like mind blown kind of motion that people do, as if that was like the most amazing fact that ever happened.
Did he just pick up his phone without unlocking it or anything and just shout into it, "Watch this house at this street"?
That's exactly what he did, yes.
Did Siri respond like, "Mark, have you been drinking again?"
Like, I mean, I guess I had never thought about, like, yeah, if you were born in 1959, you'd be 59 right now. But it also wasn't, like, really something that impressed me very much.
I mean, yeah, we're all born in a year in which we would be alive during that year.
I think the hardest bit for that is people who are like born in 1999, right?
Yeah, they'll probably die way before that. They'll never know the mind-blowing joys of being born in a year that you can then live to.
Or people that were like born in 2000 and they hit it immediately before they even realized like the significance of that,
Wait till I'm going to really blow that guy's mind. I'm going to find him later when I turn 1,980 and be like, "Whoa, check this shit out."
Yeah, what do you think about this?
It'll just be a floating brain in a jar.
I'm old as fuck. Yeah.
He'll blow on me and I'll disintegrate.
My usual response to crazy people is to completely ignore them. And this leads into a little of the story I was going to talk about, where I went to the DMV to get a new license. My license had expired. And there's a huge line. I've realized it's going to be 1 to 2 hours sitting at the DMV. But there's a line just to get to the front desk, where they then tell you to go sit in the chairs. So it's like sort of out the door winding line.
Do you not have like renew by mail?
We do, but for whatever reason, I think it's like the age I'm at now for Illinois, that I had to do the eye test, which was like, once I actually got up there, a guy who had been there all day told me to read one line and then said, "That sounds good," and just
H. Yep, you're in.
Even though it's actually like a Q, but he doesn't care.
Right, like Novak's squinting real hard. The answer is 7. It's actually an N, but whatever. Who cares?
It was actually the Declaration of Independence, but you're good.
I'm in the winding line, and the people that are behind me, probably 6 people behind me, but equal to the winding line, is a man and a woman. Everyone else is just sitting quietly in this line, looking at their phones, waiting for their turn to get up to the front. But these 2 people decide they must have a conversation. You guys are a couple of loud jackasses, so
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
do you ever make sure that people don't hear you, like the things that you're saying in line? If me and you were to have a conversation and you were in line, would you consciously think not everybody wants to hear what I'm saying, or would you just talk?
No, I'm much better about that now. Like, I'm definitely very, like, because I have just a naturally loud voice, but from years of being at work, like in a big open office area where I know everybody doesn't want to hear me, like, oh, so what'd you do this weekend? And so I've tried to, like, consciously keep a low voice. But I remember, like, back in the day when we were in, like, high school or college or whatever, and we used to just, like, go to Burger King all the time. And we had just, like, the stupidest, loudest conversations. And most of our friends, including myself, just would not care, like, how loud we are.
Right.
What do you expect from, like, 19-year-old shitheads?
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle. I have to be careful on the train on the way home because like it's a quiet car. So if you have a conversation, you got to do it real quiet, or can't do it at all. And there's some trains where it's loud, but it's still kind of quiet. So like it's especially hard when like one of you guys will call me and I feel compelled to make a dirty joke, and I'm on the train like trying not to hear anyone being like, "Oh yeah, what about your dick?" or something like. But boy, that sounded a lot creepier than I intended. Sorry.
The classic dirty joke. What about your dick?
Also, that was a joke. It wasn't meant with any sexual intent. Just to be clear. But yeah, when I was younger, well, even I don't know. You guys can tell me. Novak, I still feel like when we go out or we're at like the softball fields, I'm still probably best for just like saying something horribly dirty and then realizing there's like children behind me.
I think you're probably better now that you have children. And if I could go back in time, I'd probably be appalled at some of the things that they said aloud. I was always kind of the one looking out for that, I feel like.
Yeah. You were always the most embarrassed when we were super loud at Burger King.
It would always be like, "There's kids over there," and I'd be like, "Who fucking cares?"
What about my dick?
They shouldn't have brought those kids into a family restaurant like Burger King.
I have a right. I pay taxes. Is when our friends likes to yell at people.
That's the lead in here. There's 2 people behind me, and they're probably 40 years old, a man and a woman. So the woman just loudly says, "Should I tell them I voted for Trump?"
Tell who? The DMV or the...
Is it on us?
The man says, "Well, voting for Hillary didn't do much for you." And then there's like a 10-second pause. And the woman says, "Doesn't Brexit sound like a snack cracker?" The man responds, "What did you think of my analogy of Brexit and the annexation of Texas to the United States?" And then there's a pause, and the woman says, "What's Brexit again?"
It's a snack cracker, you dumb bitch.
This sounds like they're rehearsing like a terrible like comedy act or something.
I'm like, please shut up. Like, this is this is how I cannot engage with these crazy people. I just wanted to turn away. And
the worst thing I always hear, like the worst overhear conversations now where I get really angry, again, are on the train. And it's usually like when there's a bunch of teenagers, like when there's a Cubs game that lets out at the same time as like they have a day game and they're all on the train going home. It's all these drunk assholes. And it's like these girls like, "Oh my God, I hope they win the World Series a championship." But then I feel like a crazy old man just shouting at people on the train.
I think you walk over real quietly and whisper to them, "What about your dick?"
Novak, that's fine as long as you don't mind me being really loud and obnoxious from a prison cell when I've been arrested for being lewd on the train. There are people like that will just... Have you ever had it where you're just like kind of standing in line in a similar situation, or you're like waiting in line at the grocery store and there's people around you that just want to make conversation?
Oh, there is literally nothing worse than random strangers talking to you. I hate it.
I mean, a comment here or there, like something weird happens, you both look and you go like, "Oh, wow." But like when they want to have like an extended, and then they won't stop talking to you, and it's like, all right, what? get away from me. Like, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Right. Or even worse, when the worker wants to talk to you, when they say, "How you doing today?" And you say, "Oh, I'm good. How are you?" And you say, "How are you?" because you're just a nice person. And then they say, "Oh, well, I'm working till 6, and then I got to something." I don't give a shit.
I had to really be careful about that. I used to work at a grocery store, and these old ladies would come in, and then you're supposed to be nice because you're working there. Like, hey, can I help you with anything? She's like, no. Like, how's your day been? Oh, yeah, no, I got the shingles. And I'm like, what? And this lady's like, do you know what shingles are? And I'm like, no.
Let me show you.
They're like scratchy patches of skin that get all itchy, and I've got them right here. And she's like gesturing to her waist and pelvis. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta go stock the bananas, and I just run away. Like, I don't want to hear this shit, old lady.
Scratch it for me.
Scratch your shingles. Pick them off. I don't know. I don't like talking to strangers at all. Like well, we were talking. This happened to me this weekend. I was telling Novak. Well, I went and I had to go. I left my laptop charger out at my company's other office in Naperville, so I had to drive out there with my daughter to go pick it up. We were leaving the building. I was wearing a Brewers hat. And he's like, I really am rooting for the Brewers. I really hope they win. And I'm like, yeah, me too. He's like, I'm a White Sox fan. I'm sick of the Cubs. I'm like, yep. And then he's like starting to follow me to my car. And I thought maybe we were just parked next to each other. I'm loading my daughter into the car. He's having a baseball conversation. I'm looking around like, where's this guy's fucking car? And then I got in the car and I got in and he waved and walked to an entirely different parking lot to get in his car. I'm like, what? He just came over here to talk to me? And as I walked away, I saw the chloroform rag in his back pocket. So I just went down and had a chance to use it. But I appreciate him being friendly, but get away from me. I don't know you. Why do we have to have an hour-long conversation about baseball?
He's just knifing you while you continue the conversation.
I really hate the Cubs, Wink. Stabbed me in the spine.
We're still talking about who's going to be playing second in the All-Star game.
I really think they need to add more pitching. He's like cutting my leg off as I'm already dead.
Well, that would have been a funny story if your kid wasn't there.
Yeah, no, that made it weirder. It's just like, all right, take care, man. Gotta drive away from you and never see you again.
Well, someone who does know how to keep quiet in a social
Not Geiger's dog.
Not my dog.
I was going to say someone who knows how to keep quiet in a social situation is Dr. Kracker.
Right, I figured that's where you're going.
Dr. Kracker is the Dr. Kracker Culinary Crisps Garlic Parmesan. It's our first snack. The Dr. Kracker brand has a guy on it that kind of looks like an 1800s president.
He totally looks like a plantation owner or something like that. From the
I think that's
South.
what they're going for, probably.
He for sure calls it the war between the states.
It's pretty convenient that his last name was Kracker and then he invented some crackers.
Yeah, it kind of is. Did he invent the cracker?
A crack? Well, yeah, I wonder if he was the first is that why they call him crackers, I wonder?
My mind hasn't been blown that much since somebody named Wendy invented a Wendy's. Crazy coincidence.
Now these crisps, reading up on them, are marketed as a much healthier snack than the bag looks to me. It doesn't have the same look as most health food snacks. I think because of Dr. Kracker's mug. There's nothing about that old-timey stash and beard that makes me think health food.
He looks like the way he's kind of grimacing on the package. He's the kind of guy who'd be like, oh, what a light, healthy snack. And he'd just punch you right in the jaw. Like, this is a macho food.
What do we think Dr. Cracker's first name is? I mean, besides Doctor. I mean, it could be like Reginald or something.
Right.
But it could be like...
Yeah, from the look.
Ulysses Kracker?
Yeah.
Yeah, his face looks like his name is like Rutherford Wellington or something.
Turns out, in a M. Night Shyamalan-style twist, his first name was Cracker. And he's, how it's like some pediatricians go by like Dr. Bob.
Ooh.
So his name was actually Cracker Smith. There you go.
And these are the garlic parmesan. They smell very garlic parmesan-y. Opening them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a little square with looks like some dried cheese or something on it.
I wonder how healthy they really are. There's 9 crackers as a serving, and that's 110 calories. I guess that's not too bad.
It's very crunchy.
They talk about the whole grain, a lot of whole grain in it. On back it says whole grain, savory garlic, and aged Parmesan cheese are blended and baked into a crunchy perfection.
There's also supposedly little seeds on them, I think, according to the picture. I don't see any on mine.
Seeds?
Doesn't it kind of look like little... No, that's just the cheese I'm seeing. Never mind.
It kind of looks like a like Asiago cheese bagel, like that sort of
Mhm.
dried cheese in the top. But like Chad said, super crunchy.
Not a ton of cheese flavor. It's very subtle.
Very little, actually.
It's kind of just cracker flavor. I was wondering if that was just you guys.
And I'm only getting the garlic, like, really in the aftertaste.
They're not even that salty. Like it's really just kind of eating like a plain cracker almost.
Man, Dr. Kracker. You figure he maybe could do a little better job with crackers.
He needed to study harder.
Do you think he's related to anyone in the band Uncle Kracker?
Geiger, you are known as Mr. Kracker. So
I am?
So you never actually got your degree, but you do know a lot about crackers. So what do you think of these guys?
I think I just did my undergrad in cracker.
You certainly are a cracker. No.
Yep, I'm white. I'm white, guys. For those of you who have not met me, I'm white.
What do you sound like if not white?
We sound like the three whitest guys ever. Well, I was at the DMV.
What do you think of these guys?
Yeah,
That good, huh?
yeah, I'm struggling to think of anything sort of memorable to talk about. I was really thinking these were going to be tasty. I'd like more garlic flavor, and I would like more Parmesan cheese flavor. It just tastes like a straight up cracker, and they're kind of thick too, so it's a little bit of a chewy. Like you really got to work to finish it.
Yeah.
I don't dislike this. Again, I feel like I'm on a run of indifference lately. I'm having a hard time feeling any emotion toward this cracker whatsoever. Like it's a straight indifferent. I don't hate it. It's fine. Like I could eat it, but I don't really. I would never buy them again.
You don't have to feel an emotion. We're just rating the food.
I want to feel close to Dr. Kracker, and I don't. The founder of all crackers.
Speaking of which, before you actually lay down your rating, why don't you tell people your choices?
Oh, right. So the ratings we have are Crackerlicious, Sorta Cracker,
Brexit.
Brexit, I voted for Trump, and show me that dick. We love it a lot. It's love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, and hate that. Yeah, this is a straight indifferent to that. It's just kind of, it's there. These had a potential to be good. There's no flavor to them other than just straight cracker.
All right, so Geiger with an indifferent to that. Chad, how do you feel?
Yeah, I have to agree with Dr. Chip's diagnosis. That's your name, Geiger, Dr. Chip.
Right, I got it.
You've been promoted from Mr. Chip to Dr. Chip.
You're Mr. Kracker, but Dr. Chip.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, these things are a bit of a disappointment, actually. I was really looking forward to these, and they're just kind of bland. There's not enough cheese flavor. I don't know. I really don't see the point of these. So I'm waffling between indifferent and dislike, but they're not horrible, so I think I am going to go with an indifferent to that.
I feel pretty much exactly like you guys. It's really tough to pick between indifferent and a dislike. I was looking forward to eating them, just like you guys were. They look good on the package, and garlic parmesan was enticing, but it really just tastes like eating one of the plainest breadsticks you'll eat. And the aftertaste is maybe okay because there's a little cheese flavor on it. So we're going to have a lazy electioneer. Dr. Kracker does not want to speak to anybody. He's going to leave a flyer at your door and walk away.
The flyer says, come in for your proctology exam.
Dr. Kracker is a proctologist.
Maybe he's leaving pamphlets about Brexit. As a man who has a doctorate in crackers, I know all there is to know about Brexit because they're both snack foods.
I also know Cracksit.
What?
Dr. Kracker leaves a flyer about coming in for your annual Brexit.
Come in for your annual Brexit. Remember, after you're age 50, you need to get your annual Brexit.
Man, what does that say about the people of Britain who willingly chose to have a constant Brexit?
If this guy existed today,
Mm-hmm.
he probably would have been a part of Brexit, for sure.
A
man who looks like that.
He might be British. I mean, they had doctors.
Okay, so should be an easy one to beat. We'll see what these next couple snacks have to offer. We're going to go next to the Zone Perfect Nutrition Bar. And we've done a number of health bars on here, so nothing new here for us.
I'm wondering how healthy this really is, since it's the cookies and cream cookie dough flavor.
200 calories, 70 of them from fat. 20% of your daily value of saturated fat, which is not good as far as I understand, right?
This is more almost like a meal bar more than just a snack.
How excited are you guys to try this, to be honest? We've tried so many health bars that have been crappy. You think this one will be good just without eating it?
I'm not excited at all.
I was more excited until I saw that this is manufactured by Abbott Laboratories, which is like a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
The picture has the bar, and then you see the cross section, and it's sitting next to what look like 3 delicious cookies.
3 Oreos sitting there. Like, hey, here's a product pictured next to something you'd much rather eat.
Right. It's like a dating website when there's like a guy or a girl in it's a big group photo and they don't tell you which one is the person you're dating.
It's like when somebody posts a picture to a dating profile, but they post themselves in front of a Lamborghini to make themselves look more attractive. Who would do that?
Okay, let's actually I spoke about this in the intro a bit, but Zone Perfect markets themselves as, and I'm actually went to the website here. It says, if you've barely got time to get online and read this, you're exactly who we make our nutrition bars for. So it's for people who have no time to read one sentence online. And then it says, since you don't let up, neither do we. And then it says in the middle, hey, you can type and snack at the same time.
Huh?
I mean,
What is this like word salad on here? It's just
How hastily are we supposed to be jamming this into our mouth? They make it sound like
who can't stop to eat this thing?
what's between this and Soylent? Like, are people this busy that they can't take 15 minutes to eat? I don't understand why the eating is such a time-consuming proposition for people.
Time is money.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, this couldn't look any less like the picture. That picture on the front.
I was just about to say that. The picture, it's like
I looked at that too.
white coated in chocolate, but this is like this weird brown. I mean, it's got the chocolate stripes on it, I guess, but I
Yeah.
don't see any cream. Like, it's just literally cookie dough tasting with Oreo bits inside of it, I guess.
That picture is not this bar. Not at all.
Oh,
This is not the perfect picture of the perfect bar.
it's a picture of 2 things you will not get in the package. Looking bar and Oreo cookies. Instead, it's this brown mass of sludge.
Yeah, it's like you're right, Chad. It's like a tube of like cookie dough, only not good tasting, with like chocolate something drizzled on it. Like,
I can't tell if it's good tasting or not. It's like every other bite I like. You know, like I'll take a bite and I'm like, oh, this is gross. And then I'll take another bite and I'm like, it's not half bad.
this is another in a long line of health bars that are dense and dry as shit, though.
So dense.
It tastes okay, like as your teeth are going through it, and then
Right.
once you actually chew and swallow, the aftertaste is bad, and it's way too dry. So I suggest you just bite it, but then open your mouth wide and dump it into the
This
pit.
is one of the few times when truly you should mouth the bar only. Don't use your tongue. Just let it bypass. As soon as it hits your tongue, you're not going to like it.
The craziest thing is that the picture is of a different bar.
Why would they do? I mean, and like, there's times like you see a burger commercial like for McDonald's or something, and they show like this thick, juicy lettuce or whatever, you know, like this like big patty, and then you actually get the burger.
Thick, juicy lettuce.
I know. I don't know why I said lettuce. That was so stupid.
Big, succulent piece of lettuce.
Looking like a true vegetarian.
Chad's getting a burger from Burger King like, this lettuce is all wilted, not at all juicy.
I like my burgers to be 95% lettuce. But you know what I mean? Like they show the commercial of the burger and it looks nothing like it, but at least it's still recognizable like as a burger. Like this isn't even the same color as the thing on the package.
No, this is like ordering a burger and them serving you a hot dog.
Right.
This is the bar for companies that don't have time to proofread their advertising.
This is a nutrition bar that's made by a pharmaceutical company. Like,
Yes. It totally is.
Chad, you're gonna start us off.
Yeah, this thing just got worse as I ate it. It's like we've described. Like the aftertaste is very off-putting. I feel like I was lied to. I feel betrayed. I'm going to go have to take a shower to cleanse myself now. So, yeah, this is going to get a dislike that.
All right, a dislike from Chad. I will jump in. It's just pretty bad and inexcusable that I expected something completely different from looking at the package that I got. So I'm going to slide right up against you there and give it another dislike dat. Geiger, you going to triple up here?
Dr. Chip Esquire.
I'm keep getting more distinguished as we go.
Going to keep adding titles.
I honestly don't care what color it is if it's going to taste like shit. And it tasted like shit. I mean, it just wasn't. It was just dry and like the aftertaste is bad. And that's been a common theme with some of these health bars that like, no, that guy, yeah, I was joking, but you're right. As you're chewing it, it's like, oh, this isn't too bad. And then you sit there for a second and it lingers on your tongue and it's awful. This is bad. It was not what it was saying on the package. I doubt what was on the package was good either. It is a strong, a strong dislike that. What's the special award it gets? The unwelcome visitor? Nice.
This is unprecedented. We have never had an episode with all agreement across the board, and we have now 2 straight snacks where we are in complete agreement.
And it's going downhill too. So are we all going to hate the chocolate snackaroon?
I don't even think we've had two in an episode that we all agreed on. So
no, we never had that.
We will get to the snackaroon in a minute, so you'll have to wait and see if we all agree on the third snack.
Ooh.
Don't only listen to half, listen to the whole thing.
But we have a segment and Chad's going to run it.
This is part 3 of our recipe challenge. We've done a recipe challenge in some previous episodes where you guys picked out recipes and we had to guess the ingredients. Now it's my turn. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit this time. So instead of me saying the recipe and you guys guessing the ingredients, I'm going to say the ingredients. And so I'll start with one ingredient, and then one of you will try to guess the recipe. Then I'll say the next ingredient if you didn't get it, and we'll just keep going. The other person will guess, and we'll just keep going from there. That sound good to you guys?
That sounds amazing.
Let's do it.
I've got 4 recipes here, actually, because I couldn't decide between 2 of them, and I thought it would go pretty quick. And then if there's a tie, I've got a little dumb tiebreaker question. So
where you spin an Oreo.
So we're going to start with before dinner thing, not a main entree. That's your hint. Who wants to go first here?
Go ahead, Novak.
No, after you, Dr. Chip. No, I'll go.
So chivalrous of you. Just kidding.
Okay. First ingredient, mayo.
All right, so let me take a stab. I'm going to say coleslaw.
No. Second ingredient, lemon juice.
Oh, like a crab dip or something like that?
Nope. Celery.
What? Man. Oh, Geiger, we knew this was going to be just 2 dumbasses. Mayo, lemon juice, and what was the last one?
Celery.
And celery. Oh, this is mayo on a log.
Red onion.
It is, actually, I think I know it. All right, well, I know what it is, the type of thing it is, I think. Is it seafood salad?
No. Dijon mustard.
Some kind of a dip.
No. Geiger parsley.
It is egg salad.
Yes, you got it.
Nice.
The next ingredient was going to be eggs.
Oh.
I knew as soon as you did as soon as you said the celery, it clicked that it was like either like egg salad or chicken salad or something. But
okay, I should say all these recipes are from Cooks Illustrated, so they're sort of like overly complicated recipes with lots of ingredients. All right, moving on to the main course here. So Geiger, you go first for this one. Water.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right, overly complex. Is it Kool-Aid?
No. Okay. Butter.
Oh, come on. You're giving it away
it's
now.
Butter on a log.
It's a cup of watered butter.
For a main dish. Butter soup.
Evaporated milk.
Chicken Alfredo.
No. Dry mustard.
Okay, let's say it is dried. I can't guess. Let's go pass. I have no guess from those ingredients.
Geiger cornstarch.
It's a curry of some sort.
No. Cheddar cheese.
A taco.
Taco.
The old evaporated milk taco.
Geiger, if you don't get it on this clue, then I guarantee Novak's getting it on the next one.
Okay.
Monterey Jack cheese. So just to recap, water, butter, evaporated milk, dry mustard, cornstarch, cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack cheese.
Mac and cheese?
That's it. The
Oh.
next one was going to be macaroni.
That's 2-0, guy.
Phew. Dry mustard for mac and cheese?
Yeah, you put mustard in mac and cheese. You put like a very small amount of mustard, and it like really enhances the flavor.
Oh, no idea.
Moving on to dessert. First thing, baking soda.
Ooh. Strawberry shortcake.
No.
On a log.
Geiger, vanilla extract.
The Zone Perfect bar.
Butter.
Cake.
Nope. Granulated sugar.
Can you recap real quick where we're at?
Sure. Baking soda, butter, vanilla extract, granulated sugar.
Now it makes sense. Bread pudding.
No. Novak. Dark brown sugar.
Oh, now I've got brownies.
Oh, nope. Geiger, flour.
Mmm. Mmm.
Mhm.
So, any baking good on the fucking planet? Chocolate chip cookies.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
The next one was going to be chocolate chips. All right. This one's also a dessert. Geiger, we'll start with you. Salt.
Salt on a log.
Nope. Flour.
Why am I even guessing? Dough.
That's a popular guess.
1 egg.
Only one.
Ooh, that would be okay. I think I got this. This is salty 1 egg. The classic British dessert.
Novak, bittersweet chocolate.
The chocolate 1 egg.
Geiger, Dutch processed cocoa.
Chocolate ice cream.
Novak, baking soda.
Oh wait, flour. I forgot there's flour.
I kind of gave you guys all the easy ingredients
You
already.
did?
Flour, baking soda, salt, Dutch processed cocoa, bittersweet chocolate, and egg is what we got so far.
Brownie.
Nope. Geiger, sugar.
Sugary salted baking soda 1 egg.
Okay, Novak, vanilla extract.
If I didn't get it before,
You were very close with brownie.
I was very close with brownie.
Okay.
I've
hold
never
on.
made
I think
a dish
I
with
know
more
it.
than 3 ingredients in it. This is a known fact of mine. I just pour the first 3 ingredients and mix them together. I have eaten so many different kinds of 1 egg.
I know what it is.
Oh, go ahead, Geiger. What is it?
No, it's your turn.
He said close with brownie. I don't know. It's cupcake.
Nope. And the last ingredient, mayo.
Wait, really?
A very small amount.
Okay, maybe I don't know what it is. Chocolate cake?
Yeah, you do. It's chocolate cake.
Okay.
4 for 4 for Geiger.
Whew. Well, that one I didn't really earn.
It's an absolutely sad performance by Novak there.
I love mayo in a cake. It's well, my favorite cake is the Portillo's cake that's a restaurant around here. Their chocolate cake is really good, and they use mayo in it.
And the ingredients are you paying them $4.50.
Basically, my ingredient is steak, salt, pepper, slap on grill.
So, Geiger, you clearly know you're baking, but what about your dick?
That's also surprising. What ingredient? You want to guess what that ingredient is, Chad?
Egg.
The old British 1 egg is actually just code word for my dick.
Yeah, so you just roll in, swinging it around, like, check out my old British 1 egg.
When I drizzle chocolate on it, that's what I call the old chocolate 1 egg. I could have been a much different direction there, and I held back. I hope you appreciate, listener.
All right, great. There's our recipe challenge.
And if you guys have any great recipes you'd like to pass on to us, how would you prepare a 1 egg? Then, Geiger, where can they contact us?
First of all, do not send us pictures of what I just described as a 1 egg, please. You can email us directly at youtrydat@gmail.com. You can contact us on Twitter at youtrydat, YouTube youtrydat, Instagram youtrydat, Facebook. We have a youtrydat group. And you can also contact us by visiting the dark web. I think you just got to go there. I don't exactly know how.
You type "you tried that" into the dark web,
Right.
and suddenly a basket of cocaine arrives at your front door. That's how the dark web works.
Yeah. We're all also there individually. Chad is an assassin. Novak is an expert computer hacker. And I just take upskirt 1 egg shots at people for money. So, all common dark web activities.
How much Bitcoin to get a celebrity 1 egg shot?
Oh, man. so many denominations of Bitcoin that I totally know. 1 quark of Bitcoin.
Quark of Bitcoin. Yep.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Definitely the sound of a man experienced with the dark web.
just put it in my PayPal account.
No. The dark web.
Just go to darkweb.com and look me up.
Okay, this is not to incriminate anyone, but what do you guys actually have you ever been on anywhere near the dark web or know people who have gone on it?
No.
You?
No, of course not.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're just trying to find someone like you.
I know about as much as you guys.
What do you think the chances are this podcast has found its way to the dark web?
You just said we were on the dark web, 100%. You just told our listeners we were on the dark web. Are you saying that we're not on the dark web?
Is the dark web like Bizarro World, where in the dark web we have like 100,000 downloads?
It's like when you say like a movie didn't do well in the United States, but it's huge in China or something. Like, the regular internet hates us, but the creeps on the dark web love our shit.
We log in and we've got like 8 million quarks of Bitcoin.
Yeah, there's like bizarro versions of all of us. Like over there, Geiger only has a PhD in chip instead of an MD.
Right. Chad hates Reese's Cups with a passion. He's just constantly talking on the dark web version about he wishes it wasn't a Reese's Cup.
Everything's made with 2 eggs.
Historical houses are not on the internet.
Chad's never lost his retainer wire in his shit.
That's the difference. Everything else is totally like backwards and fucked up, but it's just a regular Chad who never shit before.
Chad's story was like, "Hey guys, I still have my retainer wire. What's up with you guys?"
On the dark web, I've got my retainer wire still.
All right.
One last thing. If you like what you're hearing, and I don't know why you wouldn't, tell a friend about the podcast. We would love if you spread the podcast to others word of mouth because we suck at marketing it. We'd love to hear from you and from your friends.
It'd be nice to get some reviews too. Even if you hate us, I would love to hear some hateful reviews.
You can use our handy rating scale to give us a review if you like. You can say indifferent to dat, whatever you like. We understand. And I think it would be nice. We really do like it when we get viewer submitted mail so we don't have to make up a question.
What are you talking about? All of these questions have been totally real.
This is behind the scenes.
Real listeners.
Here's a little inside baseball for everybody. Sometimes in the very beginning, we made up some of those questions.
Damn it, Geiger.
Yeah, sorry.
On the dark web, all our questions are real.
Yeah, no, I mean, we will pay you a handsome amount of quark for a good review, though. We really appreciate that.
Just tell us how much quark of Bitcoin you want for a review.
I'll write you a check. I don't know how it works, but we'll figure it out.
Everyone on the dark web still writes checks. That's the other.
They're so off the grid. It's unreal.
All right. We need to see if Dr. Kracker is going to be holding up that #1 sign and then sticking it up your pooper, or if he is going to get beat by the Chocolate Snackaroon because he's still in first place right now. But we're going to be eating the Chocolate Snackaroon from the Laughing Giraffe Organics company.
Now, this is a coconut snack.
Right. It says a grab-and-go coconut snacks for the whole family.
The last coconut snack we tried was Dang, and that didn't do too well with two of us.
Did we try another coconut-flavored something?
I think...
Are those olives coconut flavors?
No. I think the only thing we had was the Dang coconut bits.
This Snackaroon has a really weird feeling. It just looks like it was molded by a child.
It looks like a dog turd.
Kind of tastes like one. I mean, I haven't tried it yet.
It's just like a small brown, I don't know, about the size of, what's this the size of? 1 egg?
Yeah, it is.
One actual egg, to be clear. Not the size of what I described before.
It's the size of like an egg yolk, a 1 egg yolk.
Yeah.
What the hell is this thing?
This is the chocolate 1 egg. We found it.
This is terrible.
This is so fucking gross. This is fucking nasty.
Oh, you guys, we might have some controversy.
When this episode goes up, Chad's gonna tag these people on Twitter, and this is gonna be the company that follows us.
We're really intrigued to see what you say. Cut to the next 10 minutes of this thing that's shaped like a turd is a piece of shit. Larry, we have a problem.
The only companies that follow us are the ones whose snacks we hate.
Well, because Nabisco doesn't give a shit what we think about Cool Ranch because they just sold 80 billion bags in the last minute.
Now, we have a correction here, Geiger. You said that Nabisco made Cool Ranch Doritos.
No, it's Frito-Lay. Who gives a fuck? I mean,
I'm going to go first. This snack is fucking terrible. I'm going to beat around the bush here. Now that they're following our every move, it's just like the consistency is bad. It's really grainy. The coconut, I felt like was going to ruin it, but it's ruined by things that aren't even the coconut. It's not even the fact that I don't like coconut that much killing this flavor for me. I don't know what I'm eating, but every bite is bad. I'm going to give it a hate that.
wow.
Well, got to tell it like it is, Geiger.
But now, both of you don't like coconut, right?
I don't love coconut, but I like the other coconut snacks we ate more than this. The coconut flavor is there, but it's not strong as far as coconut flavors go, because coconut can be an overwhelming flavor. But I don't know, it's like it breaks apart really easy. I'm not sure. Everything about it to me is unappealing. The coconut's just one thing on that list.
You're not going to like what I have to say. I liked it.
Oh,
I like coconut as a flavor, which, I mean, again, I honestly, I think at the end of the day, if you don't like coconut, whether it's strong or not, you're not going to like it. It's the number one ingredient in this thing. So it tastes overwhelmingly of coconut. It doesn't taste that chocolatey, I'll say that, but it is not unhealthy. I mean, it's not that many calories. It's a very small thing. I know it says grab and go snacks for the whole family. I wouldn't feed this to my family, but I don't think it would fill you up. But I like the taste. The consistency to me is not a problem. We've eaten stuff that's much worse consistency. Those health bars that are like glue that we're trying to chew through are much worse. The Zone Perfect or whatever, I'm calling it the wrong thing. Perfect Bar, whatever it is. That had a much worse consistency to me. I give this a solid like that. I think this is a good snack.
All right, Chad, you kind of have
I'm not doing that just to break up the ties. I'm just saying. I really did.
You have this game in your hands here because a like is going to at least put the pressure on Dr. Kracker.
Well, I'm here to bring the hammer down. This thing is fucking dog shit. This is so bad.
We have not been this far apart in a while.
It's not even the flavor, actually. Like, this doesn't even really taste that much like coconut, or like it's very subtle. I don't actually mind the flavor, but just biting into it, this consistency is so unappealing. Like, it just tastes like I'm eating like sand that was like kind of made a little wet and formed into like a ball. It's really, really bad. So my message to at Laughing Giraffe Organics or whatever the fuck their handle is you need to learn to make a better snack.
Wow.
So
okay.
Fuck this, hate dat.
we went from just giving our honest reviews to angrily courting vitriol. Hey, Laughing, I hope you're listening because I fucking hate you. How dare you make a snack I don't prefer over other snacks?
It's really bad, and I want their social media managers to know that.
Hey, Laughing Giraffe, whatever your name is, I got your back. I like your snack. When you go to the dark web to hire an assassin, remember, it's Nick Geiger that doesn't mind your snack.
You shouldn't use your regular name on the dark web.
Oh, shit, that's right. I mean, when I went on the dark web, Dr. Chip says he really likes this.
All right. The clear winner today, not clear because Dr. Kracker wins this without a single person liking it.
Dr. Cracker's picture looks like a kind of guy who listened to this podcast and just wants to punch us in the one egg. Like,
it was just a bad episode all around.
You talking about the snacks or the quality of the episode?
This episode is dog shit.
This is our worst episode. Tell a friend.
So Dr. Kracker with 3 indifference is the winner. Dr. Kracker celebrates, and his proctology school will remain open. So.
We did a good deed. We kept the proctology school open from the 1860s.
We said terrible things about 2 Snags, and then the one that won, we made their mascot into a proctologist too.
To be fair, we should state there are proctologists who are just good doctors. Just because you're a proctologist doesn't mean you're a creepy asshole.
Oh, that's for sure. But
this
for
guy
some, like Dr. Kracker. Plenty of good proctologists, not like this asshole, Dr. Kracker.
Everyone knows proctology has gone on to become a respected field of medicine, but when it was started by Dr. Kracker, it was just an excuse for him to finger people's buttholes.
No, I think it was okay when we just made him a proctologist. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But then he got creepier.
He did, huh? He evolved over the course of our hour-long conversation.
Not our fault.
On the dark web, is Dr. Kracker a one-egg-tologist?
I would love for somebody to somehow jump to the end of this episode and just come in on that and go, what the I thought this was a snacking podcast. Are they speaking another language? So I gave all my quarks to Dr. Kracker on the dark web to kick me in the one egg. What do you think of all these crackers, guys?
All right. Well, on that note, we will see you next time. When we will review 3 brand new snacks.
Yum.